Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to So Let's Talk. Let me see if I can go ahead and invite some followers. And as you come in, go ahead and invite your followers in. Go ahead and invite folks in and let's get started. I'm just going down the list. We are waiting for others to get in. I'm so excited about this evening. All right, so hey, Latasha, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Are you back from China? I'm trying to decide if my cup is backwards or what. Let me see. I can't tell. I might be doing something crazy. Anyway, let me leave buttons alone because I'm already well enough. Leave well enough alone so we can get this thing going. So let me see if I can go ahead and invite Karen in. Let me see if I can get her into the room. Oh, it says no results found. Oh my goodness. Why? All right. You got back last week? Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so, oh, there she is. Whew. It said I couldn't invite you. I don't know why. So I'm going to go ahead and add you in because I'm sure these ladies and possibly gentlemen cannot wait to chat it up with the Karen Baxter. And Karen, I do not see you in my list to add you in. So I don't know if it's the device that you're on. But if you are able to request to come in, try to do that. But I don't even see you in the list. So for those of you that don't know, I posted it earlier that we're going to be chatting it up tonight with Karen Baxter, Miss Creative CEO, and so much more. And so she's got some events that's coming up. She's a part of an amazing group. And so we want to talk about that. All right. So we're bringing you great content inside. You on the laptop? Okay, so you're going to have to be on your phone. You're going to have to go live. This, I think Facebook Live works this way on your phone if you're going to pop in on the broadcast. Yeah. So when you do come in on your phone, just let me know when you're in and we'll go ahead and invite you in. Are y'all excited? I'm excited. You are following. How many of you are following in Black Girls Craft? Okay, let's see here. All right, there she is. All right. Let's make this work. I know it can work because we've seen it. I know it can work. Oh no. Come on, it's got to work. I don't know how we got Ayana in just like that. So I'm not sure what the issues are. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, y'all. Are y'all praying? Are y'all praying really hard? We need to get her in here. What's it telling you, Karen?
Woo! Look. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl.
Girl, Facebook don't want me to be great.
Facebook won't let nobody be great. It's just a mess.
I know, right? How are you?
All right. I'm good. Now you might want to turn your volume down. It may be we might have to use our headphones.
Okay.
Okay, so because I can hear feedback.
Is that better?
Yes, that's better. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Now, you don't hear any feedback on your end, do you?
I do not. Yes.
Facebook is not going to defeat us, man.
No, they will not. Let us be great. We will be great
awesome.
because we choose to be.
Okay, so yeah, you're right, Stacy. I had to figure that out why the last time I was trying to come on with the last presenter, why it wouldn't, and I didn't have my rotation button unlocked. So you are absolutely right.
That's what
All
took
right,
me so long to get on here is because my rotation. I'm like, what you talking about? Okay.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
you got to do all this stuff before you even go on, but I'm just so glad it's working out.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
so Karen, how
Hey,
are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Listen, it's been a while. Well, it's probably been a while since they've seen us together, right?
Right. Yes, it has
So,
been.
how many of y'all remember us from the Paracrafters days? How many of you are over in the Paracrafters group? Let me just ask you that.
I would
All right.
be, yes. I would love to see who's in here that's is still in the group.
I know it. So you're going to tell us some things about that. You got some things that you're cooking up with all of that.
I do.
But I brought you in tonight because you've got a lot of things that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of things that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that have transpired since the Paracrafters days.
Mm-hmm.
Now we go way back on Periscope. What?
Right.
How long ago? About four,
Girl,
five
it
years
seemed like
ago?
it's been longer than that. It's like,
Yeah,
girl, it's been forever.
it's been forever. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember finding you on Periscope when I got on there. Like I tell people the story. I was on there being nosy. I
Right.
was like, what is this Periscope? It kept popping up on Facebook, but
Mm-hmm.
you were one of the first faces I saw, and you would do live broadcasts from your car.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you would be talking like you do now. You would be giving people tips, and I mean, I think you're the reason why I coined the term Rastafarian. I mean,
Yes.
entrepreneur, what did I call
Entrepreneur.
it?
I can't remember.
Rastapreneurian.
There you go. That was
Yeah,
it. That's it.
Rastapreneurian. Because I mean, you had like I think you had like a tax business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You were doing planners at the time.
Yep.
You were sewing, making skirts, or
Mm-hmm.
no, you weren't doing skirts. You were doing bags,
I was doing the clutches.
the clutches.
Clutches.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you were doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I was.
but it was from there though that we created the group Paracrafters, and
Correct.
you brought us over to the Facebook side.
Right.
So,
Uh,
but
let
hey
me,
to
I'm
everybody
sorry.
that's
Let
coming
me,
in.
I forgot. I'm just standing here and I'm like, yo, I have a whole tripod right in front of me. I wasn't even thinking about it.
That's all right. We have to get our whole stuff together.
Right.
So I just want to
Okay.
say a quick shout out, a quick hello to all those that are coming in. Auntie Catherine, Deidre, Kim, Stacy. Thank y'all so much for watching tonight. I'm going to actually let Karen tell you who she is, what she's got going on. But if you've been anywhere on Facebook in this sewing community, crafting community within the last 3, 4, 5 years, and I'm sure you know Karen Baxter of Nikai Designs first and foremost. Then of course the Paracrafters, and then now we're going to talk about what's going on with Black Girls Craft.
Yes.
So, Karen, just for somebody, just that person that might not know who you are, just that one person.
I'm sure there's several people out there that don't, because I came off the scene for a second, but I'm back now, so
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, okay, ladies. First of all, thank you for taking the time to spend your afternoon and evening with me and Alethea. I know you're used to Alethea, and whenever she pops on, you on. I get it, but you're choosing to spend a little extra time with me, so I really appreciate that. But my name again is Karen Baxter, and I am the chief creative designer for my company, Nikai Designs, and I create fabulous things for fabulous people that want to stand out in crowd and express themselves like nobody else can express themselves. Okay, so I do anything from t-shirts, like I have my Sewing is Life t-shirt on. I do things for the community, crafting community. I do the skirts, and you see all the fabric back here. I do, the canopies. I do baby car seat canopies, because, you got to stand out in the crowd. I do a lot of baby stuff. So I have a lot of different, I'm multi-talented, multifaceted. I don't allow anymore to make somebody keep me in this box that this is all I do. Okay. I have some main focuses, but I kind of am open to that. I also still own my tax company. I still have that. I also am Ms. Creative CEO, which is my baby right now, which is my passion. And we'll go into that a little bit more in a little bit, but that is like my passion right now. And also Black Girls Craft. I'm an administrator for the Black Girls Craft group, which is the largest online organization for women of color who craft. And it's been an amazing ride. It's been an amazing ride, and I'm enjoying myself. So that's me in a nutshell. That's me in a nutshell.
Well, listen, phew, I gotta catch my breath because I feel like I'm
Girl, you
just say that's
already
in a
know.
nutshell. And I saw the
Just a
list
little
going
bit.
like this,
Just a little bit.
just a little. But listen, let me tell you what catch my attention with you, even on Periscope, is the fact that you would always come on with some kind of tips for something,
Hmm.
some kind of business tips, some pointers, some, just so type stuff.
Right.
And it was relative at the time, and
Hmm.
still a lot of it's very relative. So I noticed that you shift. I would have to say that you have a strong passion for business.
Right.
And then you have a passion for teaching others and helping others come up in business.
Correct.
You want to see people succeed. You want to help people hop over hurdles,
Right.
or those stumbling blocks that would keep them from being successful in their business. And so I know you're going to touch on that a little bit more with Miss CEO, Miss Creative CEO.
Hmm.
But I just want to find out, because we're here to talk about the event that's happening in Black Girls Craft, and we're going to go and I'm going to ask you some questions about that.
Okay.
But how did that come about? How in the world, Karen, did you get involved? I want to say mixed up. How did you get involved with Black Girls Craft? And not only that, because it's been there for a while, how did you end up becoming the administrator, one of the administrators?
You know what? It's weird. Sometimes I don't know. I'm like, how did I end up here? Like, well, how did this happen? So, well, I've been crafting forever. And so I was in the Black Girls Craft group a long time ago. Not quite when it first started, but very close to its inception. And I was just a member, post every
Hmm.
now and then. Then I became friends with one of the other administrators, Shalita Joseph. She and I were just friends.
Hmm.
And this was before she was a moderator or administrator. It was just, we were both members and we connected. You know how you have your
Hmm.
craft buddies. And then somehow, because she was extremely active in the group, she was tapped to become a moderator.
Hmm.
Well, they needed more moderators. And so she's like, hey, you want to be a moderator? I was like, sure, why not? No big deal, right?
Hmm.
And then I just kept doing my thing. Well, in June of this year, there was a break in management of the group,
Hmm.
which kind of left a spot. And I don't know. I just did what I normally do, and I ended up we had a conversation. Me and Shalita and the owner had a conversation. And
Right.
next thing I know, I'm an admin. And I was like, okay, I could get with that. And because I understand the overreaching vision of what Black Girls Craft, I
Hmm.
understand Black Girls Craft is not just a group. It is actually legitimately a LLC. It is a business. And
Hmm.
I see what the vision that the owner of the group has, and that
Hmm.
aligns with my vision for what I have for myself and Miss Creative
Hmm.
CEO. And I saw it as an opportunity to expand my wings and cut my teeth on a larger group and work behind the scenes on a group of that nature. I mean, we're at just about 130,000 members at this point. And
Well,
it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
right.
So I'm seeing a lot of more behind the scenes, and I'm dealing with bigger vendors like Cricket and Michaels, and I'm talking to corporates, and it's very interesting. So I'm very thankful to be a part of it.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, for those like that one person who might not know what Black Girls Craft is,
Mm-hmm.
tell us about Black Girls Craft. Now, you just kind of told us a little bit about how many members. How many members did you say?
130,000.
That's breathtaking. That's a
Right.
lot.
Right.
That's a
It's a
lot of
lot.
food.
It's
How
a
do you
lot.
get that many people in one group at one time? Do you know like the statistics, how many are actually active? And tell us about how Black Girls Craft operate, because of course, and you and I had this conversation behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the title Black
Mm-hmm.
Girls Craft,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll lead into the event that's coming up.
Okay.
But is it truly just a group for Black girls that craft, or is this? Tell us about Black Girls Craft.
Okay, so Black Girls Craft was created by a black girl. Her name is Mary Dubois Morgan. Okay, and so she just started crafting, just like all of us. She's not even a full-on crafter the way you and I are, and most of the people are here. She just kind of play and piddle around in it. And so she just said, "Oh, I'll just make a group, and yeah, we just hang out and make some crafts. And that was pretty much it. And then it morphed into something bigger. And because honestly, the diversity at the time that she created it, there was no diversity in the marketplace for women of color, any color whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that women could do was buy stickers of Caucasian women and get a pencil or something and color it in because you want to look like me. It's not
Mm-hmm.
saying that it's bad. I hear a lot of wind. I don't know if your people hear a lot of wind noise. Is it me? Do you hear any feedback or wind?
Did you just start hearing it?
I did. I
Okay,
did.
hang on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
How's
hear it.
that?
Yeah, perfect. I don't hear it anymore.
Okay, I think that was my fan. I
Your
just cut my
fan.
fan off
That's what
because I
it
was sitting
sounds
on.
like. That's what. Yeah. That's what it sounds like. But yeah,
Okay,
so it's nothing. We're not saying that there's anything with being something other than black, but you wanted something in your sticker book or your dolls for your kids to resemble what you look like. And
Mm-hmm.
so we found that there's a lot of people in the marketplace that desire the same thing. And so that's basically what Black Girls Craft is about, is to create a space for women of color that can share, and in a marketplace that hasn't been that receptive or deserving of, or not deserving, but open. Diverse is the word I'm looking
right,
for. That's
right.
what it was about. Now, what you did when at 10 people is not what you can do at 130,000 people. So we do have multicultural people in the group. I will
Hmm.
say that we do have that.
Mm-hmm.
However, overreaching, it is really a group that tries to bring women of color out of the shadows into the light. It's okay to craft. It's okay to be cool. It's okay to be 50 years old and play with paper dolls. It's okay.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But it's nowhere, it's not a group that is limited in diversity. So I love it.
So what I'm hearing you saying is that you are bringing awareness to, whereas at a lot of times, and if we be honest, most of the times it was just we just saw a certain face
That's it.
representing crafting and creating. But
That's
what
it.
you're saying is, I'm here to show you that we all craft, we all,
Right.
you know, and it's okay to craft. It's okay, and we see that with like Sewn magazine,
Exactly.
magazine that's out, different things that are coming up.
Right.
So, and you're not saying I'm over here in my own little pocket doing my own thing, but you're just saying, hey, you can do this too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Gotcha,
There's a
gotcha.
lot of stigma around, sometimes being a black woman and liking Holly Hobby and Hello Kitty.
Right,
It's a whole cultural thing sometimes, and
right,
it's now it's okay to come out of the shadows with your sticker books and your coloring pencils. Come
right,
on.
right,
It's okay, and it's
right,
empowering, because I really feel
right,
personally that crafting is heart and soul work. That's what it
right.
is to me.
Right.
Hmm.
And it's so amazing because crafting really has evolved,
It
whereas a
has.
lot of people have thought that sewing is a dying art, crafting is a dying art. I'm like, no, you just
Hmm.
haven't been in the circles I've been in.
Exactly.
And so now with magazines like Sewn, and with
Hmm.
groups like Black Girls Craft, that's just kind of open. I mean, I know it says Black Girls Craft, but it's open.
Yeah.
You're seeing more Hispanics,
Yep.
you're seeing more Asians,
Yep.
you're seeing a lot of, like you said, diversity.
That's
And
it.
so, and that's what I'm excited about. That's what and that's what we're here for,
Right,
you know,
right.
the diversity.
Hmm.
But I really want to talk to you about what Black Girls Craft is up to right now. Talk to us about what's going on.
So in October next month, October 19th, literally 18th, really, we're 1 month. This is wonderful that we're doing this today because we're literally 1 month. At this time, a month from now, I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Hilton University Hotel in front of a live band for crafting at the after dark with our title sponsors of Cricket. I'll be hanging with the Cricket CEO, and I will also have the Michaels team there for making takes where I'm going to be sipping on somebody's cocktail and nibbling on somebody's bites. And I'm going to be dancing because I will be at our inaugural conference, national conference, Black Girls Craft National Conference will be taking place the 18th and the 19th of October in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And I am super excited about it. It's so crap. I mean, like, I don't even, it's like,
When I see you talk about it, because you know from time to time I peek my head in over in the Black
mm-hmm.
Girls Craft, but your whole face just light up.
I
You're
love
like,
it.
this is what we're doing.
I know. I
But
love it.
listen, I mean, to be in there, and I see so many people are excited about it. But this is what I want to ask you though. Hey, Shalita, I see her down there.
Hey, Shalita. That's the other admin of Black Girls Craft right there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, Shalita. Great job. And so every now and then I see her pop her head in over here.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I want to say because a lot of times crafting, everything gets thrown into one big pot, you know,
Right.
crafting, sewing,
Right.
quilting, all of that. So when you say most of the time, like over here in So Much Talent, you're going to see mostly sewing.
Right.
What is it that we see showing up most of the times in Black Girls Craft? What is considered crafting?
Pretty much everything that you can create with your hands. Now, let me come back off of that. Some things are not considered crafting. We're just not into it. Like, you can consider hair weave, and wigs a form of craft. But for the context of our group, wigs and hairstyles, unless it's like those Bronner Brother hairstyles, it's a sculpture and all of that stuff. But it has
Uh-huh.
to basically be something that you create. It can't cooking is more of a skill than unless you're creating those beautiful cakes and the designs like
I was getting
that.
ready to ask you,
Yeah,
what? Not the
right,
crafty cakes?
right. The cakes, yeah, but just cooking a pot of greens is just not. We'll have that. And we have that now. Don't get it like you'll be surprised some of the stuff that we see come through the queue that wants to be
Darn, I've been
posted.
trying to get crafty with my food, with my cooking.
Well, I'm gonna need you to sculpt the greens into a sculpture, or the mashed potatoes into a glue gun. I'm gonna
No,
need you to
you
do
don't want me to
something,
do that.
right?
Mm-mm, you don't want me to do that. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. So yeah, but for the most part, almost everything is considered a craft because it's something that you came up with in your mind and you created it. And so we really want to honor everyone's creation because everybody's view of what is art is different. It's
Right,
relative to that person.
right,
So just certain things, it's more of a skill than just a craft.
right.
And but
Exactly.
mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Well, I know there's a lot of excitement in the air around
Mhm.
this conference. This
Mhm.
is your first one, but you've
Mhm.
got a lot of big hitters, a lot
We
of big
do.
sponsors
We do.
tagged to this conference.
We do.
So was that easy getting them in? Well, I imagine it wasn't because you got a large following. So I
Right.
imagine it wasn't hard to get them on board.
It wasn't. And the beautiful thing about it, our first company that took a chance was Cricket. Cricket reached out to,
Hmm.
Mary, the founder, and wanted to be a part. And we love that because they were the first one. Listen, let's be honest, in the climate today, it is hard to get a seat at the table with the word black in your name or any type of color in your name, in reference to skin tone. Okay.
Right.
But she got a seat at the table. And let's not be remiss and think that this is not a business move. Let's not be silly and think that's just charity work, you know. But he saw Ashish Arora, saw the CEO of Cricket, saw that there was a need in the marketplace, and he was willing to, you know, take a chance with a group that he's actually a part of Black Girls Craft, and he'll pop his head in there. First of all, he's an anomaly because you're not Black and you're a dude. So, but
Right.
he's
But
in
how
there.
cool is that,
It
though? The
is.
CEO to pop in? That's
Yeah, he'll
awesome.
pop in and say, "Hey guys, can't wait to see you at the conference," and everybody's like, "Oh, you know." So that's great. So it was really nice. It's really great to see companies understanding that, you know, the black dollar is worth something, and they deserve, you know, to see themselves in the marketplace and on the shelves like everyone else. Now, Michaels, you know, reached out to us as well. Great thing about Michaels is they have several diversity projects within their organization. So they have teams, you know, for African American, for veterans, for, you know, the LBGTQ. And I mean no disrespect, but sometimes I get that mixed up. So I mean no disrespect to anyone, but that community, they have handicap or different. They have all sectors of communities, even Indian community, because there are sectors of our country that are underserved. So they're
Right.
all trying to bring more diversity to the market, and they're trying to spearhead that and be leaders in the industry with that. And so that's a great thing. But it did help that we have such a large base and we
Right.
have the attention of that many people in one place. That did help. And then we also have the She Shed. It's called
The she shed?
it's called He Shed, She Shed LLC. And it's a husband-wife team, the big staffs, and they are actually giving away $5,000 towards your own very own She Shed at the conference. And I'm talking a She Shed.
What? Wait a minute. Is it too late to sign up for the conference?
No, darling, it is not. No, darling, it is not.
Well, first of all, I got to be able to say that.
I know, it's a tongue tie. I tongue tie myself when I say it, but it is. It's He Shed, She Shed.
He said, she
No,
shed.
I say the same thing. It's not, is you want to say he said, she said? No,
Uh-huh.
it's he shed,
Oh, he shed.
she shed.
She shed. Okay, y'all have to say that real slow.
Real slow. You got to think about that thing. You got to think about that thing.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
listen, tell us, Karen, because we still got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
But tell us, how can they get involved? How can they sign up and register for the conference? Where do they need to go?
Okay. All they need to go is head over to blackgirlscraft.org. Blackgirlscraft.org and hit on BGC Conference, and then you'll be taken to where you need to go. But you're going to experience something wonderful and outstanding at this. It's not been done before. This is in the handmade industry. It's new to the industry in the way we're doing it, you know, with women of color as the majority people. But I've already kind of laid out what was going to happen on Friday. You know, we got Crafting After Dark. We have this amazing band. We actually had the launch here in Atlanta the same weekend you had the
Right.
I wanted to come to yours. I was like, God darn it. And the funny thing is, you literally were probably 20 minutes away from me. Literally.
Wow.
20
And
minutes
see,
away
we
from
were
me.
thinking about how, and I literally, my mind was thinking, okay, when we got this group of women, I didn't know where you were.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can we get this group of women over there? But we had already had our
Stuff going.
itinerary out. Yeah, so, and it was already set, the
Yeah.
driver. I was like, okay, well, we're just if I had known earlier, we would have incorporated that into
and that would have been
our
wonderful.
weekend.
That would have
Oh
been
my
wonderful.
goodness.
That would have been wonderful
It
because we
was.
had a live band there. We had wonderful food. We had the sip and paint. We had vendors there that was with all crafty and fabric. I know everybody knows House of Mami Wata. You know, she was there with, you know, fabric, and she gave away tons of fabric samples. And
Oh wow.
we had such a good time. I want to say it's probably about 100 or more women were there, probably more.
Wow.
So it was an amazing. Oh, and Shalita put it in there. She put blackgirlscraft.org in the thing. Thank you, Shalita.
Thank you, Shalita.
But Yeah, it was an amazing event. So that we're gonna try to recreate that on
Mhm.
Saturday, on that Friday night. It won't have all the
Okay.
vendors there, but we'll have some of the vendors there, and it's gonna you'll have food. You'll have a cash bar. You'll be able to be able to mix and mingle. You have the Cricket and Michael's there doing making takes and everything that night. So the next night day is an all day affair of wonderfulness
Mhm.
and fabulousness. Okay, because what you're actually going to be doing in the morning, you get to register, and then you have breakfast. You know, we have
Mhm.
breakfast ready for you, and then we also have you'll have lunch there. You get your choice of two classes. Now we have two tickets. We have a shopping ticket,
Mhm.
and then we have a shopping ticket and then our all access ticket. And our all
Mhm.
access ticket is going to give you two classes. They're all about 2 hours long. And we have several people. Shalita on here, she's actually going to be doing the Sewing 101. She has a company
Mhm.
called Chocolate Pudding Noodle Soup. And what she
Oh
does, these
wow.
gorgeous bows, these gorgeous bows, and she will be showing you how to do your basic sewing, but also making this bow that you can take and wear for yourself and all of that. We also have someone doing waist beads and explaining the whole thing about that and how to make them. You'll
Mhm.
be able to make and take.
Mhm.
We have a celebrity paper stylist and paper artist. Well, you'll come in and make the really big, beautiful flowers. You'll get to make, I
Mhm.
think, 3 or 4 flowers and mount them on canvases and take them and be able to hang them up the next
Oh
day.
wow.
We have someone that's doing bath bombs, teaching you how to do that. And then, of course, you have me, and I'm going to be telling you how to make the bag and secure the bag, how to take your business out of the back room into the bank. So you'll be you
Wow.
can learn that from me, the business side and the motivational and the mindset that you need to have in order to get to the next level in your handcrafted journey. So
That's
I'll be
awesome.
up there doing that. So, and then we also have some challenges, a woodworking challenge. We have this awesome photo booth. We have food. I mean, it's just going to be one thing after another.
Okay, so how many of y'all just left and went over there and just signed up right now? How many?
You would want to do. Oh, and I didn't even mention the vendors. We've got all kinds of
Mhm.
vendors there and all
Mhm.
kinds of demos. We have people showing you how to do rhinestones, for your shirt and bags and stuff. We got somebody doing a scrub, know how to make your hand scrub bars.
Mhm.
We've got all kinds of vendors and all kinds of learning.
Now, where is this going to be, and what are your hotel accommodations? You have, are you where's it going to be?
It's going to be at the Hilton University Place. It's a
Mhm.
hotel and it's right on the boardwalk, right on the water, and everything. It's beautiful, beautiful hotel in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's going to be there. We
Wow.
do have hotels. I believe they still have some rooms available now. Our block of rooms that
Mhm.
were, our rate has been sold
Mhm.
out. And so they are saying that they don't have any more rooms to give us at those rates. However, you can still book there if you wanted to.
Mhm.
But we are looking at another hotel just for housing the people. So,
Okay.
we're
Okay.
working on that. But yeah.
Well, that's a wonderful problem to have.
Yeah, yeah, we're thankful.
To have to find places for people to stay.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Well, you talked about what you're going to be doing at this conference this
Mhm.
year,
Mhm.
talking about business and how to bring your business from the bag to the bank. All right,
Mhm.
so now that brings us, it's a nice little segue into Miss Creative CEO. So let's talk about it, Miss Kara, because this is new. I've heard about it. So just tell us about what's going on with that.
Okay, so Miss Creative CEO is a combination of what you know me for. You already mentioned it. I've always had a love for entrepreneurship and business, but I have a love for crafting. Like I'm passionate about crafting. If you remember when we started out, I had a little bitty corner. Remember, you used to talk about me when we would do the round the craft room circle. Remember, I was like,
Uh-huh.
no,
Yeah.
Alicia, I'm not gonna show it because it's so little.
You used to
And
do the
remember
tour
the
rooms.
tour rooms? That's
Tour
what it
rooms.
was. And I'm like, I'm not doing that, y'all. I'm not gonna be embarrassed. I'm not. No, everybody got to start somewhere. Everybody got to. I was like,
Exactly.
and I had just literally a corner, like a corner, like right there. And now I have a whole like room, a whole room, and I've grown to it. So I have a passion for crafting, but I have a passion for business. But with both of those, my true heart passion is to help women use their creativity to empower themselves. Sometimes we can hit rock bottom. We don't know where to turn and what to do. And guess what's there? Our crafting, our skill, the gift that we were given is right there. And 9 times out of 10, that gift can pull you out of wherever you are, pull you out of the mud. There are several
Mm-hmm.
people who have inboxed me and told me how my words and things that I'm saying has got them thinking again, and it's taken them, bringing them out of the depression that they're in. Crafting literally is therapy. It is a form of therapy. And I
Agreed.
truly believe it is heart and soul work. And it's like you're bringing something out of your mind that you formulated in your mind and bringing it to fruition out into the real world, the tangible world. And I think that takes a lot. And I believe because it's a part of who you are, sometimes it's harder to get out there and show your work. It's harder to do it
Mm-hmm.
because it's not just a product that you bought and resold it. Like I was doing the jewelry and the handbags. If you didn't like the handbag, I didn't really care because it wasn't a part of me. It's just a bag. But if I
Right.
had made that bag, then I would be like, okay, that's a part of me. And
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are fearful of that. And I want to help women use the God given talents that they have to combine that with business acumen, learn the ropes, and use those two things to pull themselves out of wherever
Mm-hmm.
they are. Pull themselves out of the darkness. If you're in a domestic situation, a abusive relationship, or even if you're not, you're just a mom and you just don't have your own identity anymore, you can
Right.
craft, and that's your identity, and you tend to find yourself through crafting. I really feel like that. So what I want to do through Miss Creative CEO is help creative women, creatives period in general, but my main focus is women, to use their creativity to empower themselves however they need to empower themselves, and give them the tools to do that.
Right. So now you do this through, because I've seen you do like workshops or
Mhm.
webinars.
Mhm.
So how does all of that work? If somebody comes to you, Miss Creative, help me.
Okay.
How does that work?
Well, you can hire me, and I can either be your coach or consultant. You can hire me for clarity calls, and it depends on you how long we need to talk. It could be 30 minutes, 60 minutes. So you can hire me for that, and we can sit down because I'm also an idea generator. So
Mm-hmm.
where you can sit down, you can tell me I'm lost about this, that, and the other. I can pinpoint and tell you exactly what you need to do and what kind of business you need to go to, because I'm not only taking into account that, yeah, baby hair bows sell a whole lot of stuff, but that's not
Mm-hmm.
what you're supposed to be making. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be making this because don't do it just for the money. So I go into all of that. I
Mm-hmm.
also do things like create forms, downloadable forms that help you in your whole business. I have something called a productivity suite that people
Mm-hmm.
can download, and that helps them in their complete business. So I have forms and ebooks, and I'm working on a planner for the creative mind, and all those kind of things. I also have webinars and classes that I teach live, or you can get them on the replay. And this weekend, last weekend and this weekend, I actually have it's called Karen Cricket and Cocktails, where you're coming over and we're gonna hang out and we're gonna drink a cocktail and understand how to do this cricket thing, so you can make these t-shirts and make some money, or make
I
whatever
love
you're gonna
that.
make. You know what I mean?
Karen, crickets, and cocktails. But you know what? You, as long as I've known you, always come up with these cute ideas, these
Thank
cutesy
you.
things. And I really believe that you have found your niche
Mhm.
because we joke about being, entrepreneurial and
Mhm.
stuff. But I mean, the truth of the matter is you have like a gold finger.
Mhm.
Whatever you put your hands to, it just take off.
Right. Thank
So
you.
do you feel like, cause I mean, 1 minute, and I'm gonna show you something. Hang on, I'm gonna show you, see if you
Okay.
remember this.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Ah, yes, and it still looks good. It still looks good.
This was our first So Much Talent mug, and Karen created this because you were doing this. Girl, you were doing the most.
And I still
But
do the most. I don't know how to do nothing else but the most. What, like, if you know me, put the most behind it.
but I mean, everything you do, it seemed like it thrived, you know. So, but with the Miss Creative CEO, it seems like a nice marriage
Mhm.
between your crafty side and the knowledge base that you have. So,
Right.
do you feel like you have like found your holy grail, so to speak?
I do. I really do. I feel very, very good about it. I'm never going to stop crafting. I'm going to
Hmm.
continue to do what I do. But Miss Creative CEO is what I'm supposed to be doing
Hmm.
ultimately. I'm supposed to be helping other people like me because without getting into a whole lot, Alethea, you know where I was back in the day. You know.
Right.
And you know, and you know why I disappeared from the scene. You know,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And so that's where my passion and my fire is because I'm not in that place anymore. And it
Right.
took me a while to want to even be live again because it seemed like every scope I was on, I'm crying because I was like so embarrassed by that. And I'm like, I can't get myself back out there. They're going to be saying, that was the crying girl. She always crying all the time. You know, I was embarrassed by it, really, you know. So, but there are how many other women going through some of the same things that I was going through at that time.
Hmm.
And they need to
Hmm.
understand, like people like yourself, and I saw Danny on here, all of these people, you know, that knew me back in the day and know where I was and can see me now. And
Right.
I've had some of my friends, my online friends here tell me, you know, Karen, they need to see you that you came through it. They need to
Right.
see that. That's a story. That's a journey. That's a testimony.
Hmm.
So I want to be here to inspire other women to know that you can get through it. It's okay.
Right.
You can use your hands and your thoughts to feed your children when you're not sure
Yeah.
how you're going to do it. You can do it. So I have a passion for
That's
that.
awesome. That's awesome. And I see you're happy now. And
A lot more.
I'm not saying I see you're happy, but I see you're happy
Mm-hmm.
now. I mean, your face, everything is completely different.
Yeah.
And you were pretty much transparent. I
Yeah.
mean, without sharing a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were some of us that were closer than others that you know we could talk. And of course, Shonda, I don't think Shonda's on
Shonda,
here
yeah,
right
she
now.
know.
But us three, you know, we were there, did the paracrafted thing or whatnot, and everybody's kind of, you know, branched out. But I know what place you were in then, and
Mm-hmm.
to see where you are now, it is a testament to the fact that you don't have to just stop at, you know, bad.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Mm-mm.
you can overcome that, and you can use your crafts and your talents to do it.
That's right.
You know, and but the beauty of it is that you don't stop right there.
Mm-mm.
The beauty of it is that you look back and you reach back and you help other people.
Correct.
I mean, you legitimately want to see other
Mm-hmm.
people
Win.
get it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you want
Mm-hmm.
to see other people win. But there are some people, and I couldn't even explain it, but there are some people, like I said, I teased you about having a gold finger,
Mm-hmm.
but you literally, it's like whatever you touch, it turns to gold. Have you ever thought of, do you ask yourself, how does this happen? Do you, can
I
you
do.
explain it?
I do. And here's where a testament to my growth. I can receive that. It used to be like, no, I don't do that. It's just I don't know. You know, I wouldn't no, I don't, you know. But I can see it and I can clearly look back and see, yeah, it seems like this, but it's not me. Let's be real clear. It's not me by
Mhm.
myself. Anything that I have or do is not of my own accord.
Mhm.
You got to understand that it's a higher
Mhm.
power. It's God, it's Jehovah, it is him. And
Mhm.
whatever I have in my body, he put it there.
Amen.
So one, if you, the Bible says, if you, and I'm not being preachy, and I respect
Oh,
anybody's
you're fine. They know how I roll right here,
right.
so
You
you're
know,
fine.
so but this is the belief that I have. And
Mhm.
if you, the Bible says, if you seek the kingdom first, if you seek him first, all other things will be added to you. And
Mhm.
so in my time of darkness, I sought him.
Mhm.
And one of my favorite scriptures is Isaiah 41:10. You know, he's there for you. Basically, I'm hold his right hand of righteousness, all of that stuff. You know, that sustained me through a lot of dark times. He's
Right.
there. And if you do what you're supposed to do, and what I always tell people is, if you don't use your craft, the gift that he gave you, it's a sin. That's the way I see it. It's a sin because he gave you a gift. And that gift
Right.
is something that you're supposed to share with other people, however you're supposed to share it. But when you ball it up and you put it down in your pocket and you do nothing with it, it's like you're telling him, God, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know
Mm.
what you're doing. You gave me this, but you don't really know what you're doing with to give it to
Wow.
me. You know?
Wow.
And so I started looking at that because I'm like, okay, like you said, every time I did something and I put my all into it, it was successful. Now it was up to me that I would stop and start and I get over here and I wasn't consistent. And so it wasn't as successful as maybe it could have been. I can't even think about where I would be if I was continuing on with the planners. I can't, let's not even
Hmm.
go there, you know.
Right. Now those
But
planners was off the chain
the
though. You had them
right,
go.
I had them planners going, and for whatever reason, again, environment plays a big deal in your success and failure, or your
Hmm.
success and not necessarily failure, but pushing forward. You
Right.
know, so it took me a minute to understand that I did have a gift. I did have a
Hmm.
gift, and I'm thankful for it. And so the best way to show God that you're thankful for the gift is go out and share it with others, pay it forward,
Wow.
and help other people. So
That's
yeah.
so awesome because and it's so right on time because this is literally what I teach over on the Periscope side. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still on Periscope,
I know.
but
I get the.
mostly
Yeah.
yeah, mostly ministering, but
Mhm.
this is what I'm talking about on Tuesdays about, your purpose and your gift and what God
Right.
put in you to do.
Right.
And so you're so right. There each one of us has something in us to do. Each
That's
one of
it.
us have a gift, a talent that we're supposed to use.
Right.
And so I'm just excited to see where you are like right now,
Thank
you
you.
know. And the cute, and I can attest to the fact that yes, you are an idea generator because I mean, who would have thought the carrier covers for your grandbaby that started
Yeah.
out right there.
Yeah.
You do skirts.
Mhm.
You were doing bags.
Mhm.
I mean, you have all kinds of parts. It's like you have an idea and boom, it's
Mhm.
done.
Mhm.
You know.
It's a
So
gift.
yeah. So I believe it. And so I would encourage you, listen, if you're stuck in your business, if you need ideas, because many times, and I'm sure you've seen this too, Karen, many times, especially in the crafting world,
Mhm.
it's big, it's wide, it's vast. A lot of people take what they see somebody else doing and they do it, but it's not
Exactly.
necessarily for them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
you're able, I'm sure, to help people find out what's for them.
Exactly.
Because,
Exactly.
and nothing's wrong with, there are going to be several people, like we see that meme on
Mhm.
Facebook a lot with the bread aisle. There's so many
Yes.
different types of bread, but they're
Exactly.
different, and certain people like certain breads.
That's right.
But there's a difference when you are operating in what's for you to operate in.
Mhm.
That's when you're successful. Would you agree?
I completely, wholeheartedly, 100% agree. It is absolutely what it is. And it's a frequency that you turn into. It's like, I was just talking to a girlfriend. It's like energy, and it's like a radio. It's like if you're on one station, you want to listen to hip hop or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or you want to listen to gospel or whatever you're trying to listen to, but you're on a hip hop station and you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to figure out, well, why isn't this working for me? You're trying to sing some gospel song or
That's
some
good.
country song, or you're trying to sing along. You know how we sing along to the radio in the car?
Uh-huh.
We're driving and we're singing with the radio. But can you imagine trying to sing, Beyonce to some Kirk Franklin?
Right.
Or vice versa. And you're like, this doesn't sound right. This isn't working. So what
Right.
do? You get up and you change the dial. You get
Oh,
up and
that's
to change
good.
the dial. So it's like, it's a frequency. Whatever dial you are turned in on is what's going to
Mm.
come to you. Now, if you are negative, guess what? If you're really, really down on yourself, guess what? That's all of the energy that's on that frequency. You're vibrating low. It's like you're on a
That's
FM
good.
dial. I mean, on an AM
Mm-hmm.
dial. Remember the AM dials?
Right.
They're all
Yeah.
fuzzy and all that. That's right. you're on the
Yeah.
AM dial, okay?
Right.
So now I need to be on live in Dolby Sound and Living Color, whatever. So you switch
Yeah.
over to FM. But even when you're on FM, the sound is clearer, but it's still not the song you're trying to sing to yourself. So you got to keep
Listen.
playing with the dial till you dial into what's for you. So if I'm over here and I'm wanting to do skirts, and that's my soul is skirts, but I see you over there doing shoes. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
start trying to do shoes. It's not gonna work because you're not dialed into your station. Get over
Now
there
that's
on your
good.
station, and you know what I mean. And then what you got to also do is understand that when you do that, you're gonna have some static
Mm.
between the 2 points. Like if you're on that radio dial.
Whew. You gonna make me start shouting up in here. I know this ain't a church.
Hey, I'm dropping gems though. Let's get it twisted.
Yes,
Don't get it twisted now.
that's
There is some
good though.
static between the 2 points. When you're trying to level up from the AM station, there's static until you tune into the dial.
Mm.
So that's that point of transition in your life when you make a decision. Because if we go
Wow.
back to God, he says, what? I will bless the fruit of your hands. That means you got to
Mhm.
do something. Faith
Mm.
without works is dead. That means you got to
Right.
do something. It's not good enough to say, I really want to listen to a country station or a hip hop station and just sit there and do nothing. You actually
Right.
have to physically lean forward in your car, touch the radio dial, and move it. And
Mhm.
then guess what? You tune into what you want. So it's the same thing. Even when you're down low, if you physically pull yourself and say, I'm going to make one decision today that'll get me to the next station, eventually you can build off of that. And that transition, that staticky point till you turn into the next dial. And now you want to listen to country. That's a country station. So guess what's going to
Mhm.
happen? Country is what you're going to
Wow.
get. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with you in life. If you continue, get into the station that's meant for you. If you tune into
Mhm.
whatever craft is meant for you, stop looking at everybody else. Guess what's
Right.
going to happen? All the success from
Gonna
where you're
come to
supposed to
you.
be is going to
Yeah.
come to you. No
Wow.
problem. No problem.
That's an
That's how that
awesome
works.
analogy. Awesome analogy.
Thank you.
That was awesome. I love that.
That's
So
it.
yeah, we just gotta tune in our frequency. Get the
Tune into
tune
the
in right.
frequency. That's it.
Yeah, I
That's
love
it.
that. I'm gonna take that.
Go on,
All
do it,
right, so
girl.
Karen will be passing the collection plate in just a little bit
Hey.
after the announcements.
Hey, I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh,
saying.
that is so
So that's a
good.
test. That's
Yeah.
a little taste of what I do in Black Girls Craft. I usually go live every day. I know they're on me because I'm live in here and I didn't go live in there today, so I'm gonna have to do that later. But
Uh-oh. Shalita says
but
she's giving you a pass.
she gonna give me a pass. Okay, because she usually be the main one on me. But yeah, it's that's a little taste of what you get when you're with me, and because we're gonna get it's real talk. So don't call me, don't reach out to me unless you want real talk, because I don't know how to
Awesome.
do anything else. Be honest with you.
Well, well, with that, well, I know that's in you. That
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of it. When you are in your zone, when you are doing what you do, it just come effortlessly. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no pretentiousness to it. There's
Mm-mm.
no struggle, no stress to it. It just flows out of you naturally. So, and I know that for sure.
Thank
So,
you.
Shalita laughing. So, so listen, how can we hook up with Miss Creative CEO? What does one need to do if they want to further their craft, if they want to turn their craft into a business, or if they're
Hmm.
stuck on ideas?
Hmm.
How do we contact Miss Creative CEO?
You can go over to my website, which is mscreativeceo.com. So,
Mm-hmm.
Shalita, can you type that in? mscreativeceo.com. Matter of fact, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Matter of fact, go over to the website and there's a couple of places where you can get on my newsletter, on my email list, and you can get
Okay.
some freebies, some downloads. I have a couple of things, 5 ways to stand out in a saturated crowd, things that you can
Mm-hmm.
tweak in your world. It's a free download. And then also my client quick list. that kind of helps you stay organized with your clients, because you know clients come from all different directions, and you're like, did I talk to her on Facebook or on Instagram or in the group, or where did I get, so this little, like, I don't know where this money came from, who.
Right.
And then, you talking to Shay 2385, and then the invoice says Tiffany Johnson, and you're like, okay, who? You're not trying. So this little quick list thing download you can get for free, and it kind of helps you keep up with some of your orders and stuff. So go over there and sign up, and then also you can send me an email. You can inbox me here, and then we can chat about what your needs are, and we can set up something that will work for you and get you where you need to be. And I'm not into a lot of fluff. We're gonna get to the point, because I got things to do, and so do you. So let's get it. Okay.
Well, that's what I like about you. You just go to it, bang. But everything, it's a lot of fun with it. Even though it's straight up, you're gonna give the plain truth, but it's the real, the raw. But you give a little bit of sugar with it, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But it's all straight talk. But it's
straight.
But I can guarantee, I'm sure when they come out on the upside.
That's right.
Because you've given them something to work with.
Right.
So this has been awesome, Karen.
Thank
this
you.
Has been awesome.
I know.
It's been good to talk with my girl.
I know. I missed you talking. Yes, I love it.
Everybody's doing their thing. Even Shonda. I'm gonna have to get Shonda on here, because Shonda is doing her thing, right?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Sorry, honey. I'm live and I'm on my phone, so I can't. I'm so sorry. She's called me like 10 times, and she's like, "Look at your phone," and I can't look at the phone.
Look, I have that. I'll be back here. Wait. I'm doing this. But hey, it's live. No apologies.
Right.
This is what we do. They already know.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm excited about everything that you're doing. Is there anything else? Demetra's asking for the website link. I think somebody posted MissCreativeCEO.com.
MissCreativeCEO.com.
So yeah, Demetra, just scroll up, and I think Ayana posted it and Shalita posted it.
Yes.
But it's MissCreativeCEO.com. So what's up next for MissCreativeCEO.com? Do you have a webinar coming up?
I do. I have a couple of webinars that I'm working on. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go on them, but I have some webinars coming up. I do a lot of stuff in the group. So if you guys are, is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
so if you guys want to join, because we have a lot of sewing over there and making stuff. So you're welcome to join Black Girls Craft, on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram as well, Black Girls Craft, Twitter, all of that stuff. Get on the mailing list, because we got some amazing things. Personally, I am going to work on, I have this master system that I'm working on that is going to take you from very beginning to launch of your handcrafted business. So we're going to talk about getting the right mindset together, to all of the legal stuff that you need to do, how to get your tax ID number, how to get a website, how to get your business license, all that stuff. And then all the different things that you really need to get down and dirty to understand what branding is, what an avatar is, who to market to, what to do. All of that stuff will be packed into a nice little box for you to sign up for and really get your life popping, your whole craft life together. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm also doing a vendor show. I'm trying to put together a vendor show for the end of the year, for the holiday shopping season. So that'll be going out soon. So just stay, in touch with me. Follow me on Instagram, Miss Creative CEO, MissCreativeCEO.com, also on Facebook. And I'm still Nikai Designs. I still make stuff. I still sell stuff. You see all that. I got to recoup my money. I got to recoup all my money over here. So yes, I still sell and do stuff. So Nikai Designs, you can follow me on all channels at Nikai Designs as well.
Awesome. And so I'm sure a lot of this information will be in your newsletter, MissCreativeCEO.com. Awesome.
Yes,
all right, so y'all head over to the website, MissCreativeCEO.com. Sign up on the email list so that you can get all this awesome information. This is awesome. There are so many people who want to take their businesses from the sewing machine or from the crafting table to the bank, so to speak. We want to see some dollars.
We need to see some dollars. There's only so many mats and skirts we can make for free and just be playing around. You have a whole room full of skirts. Like, what we gonna do with all of that, right?
Right.
Yeah, we gotta know. And us being creatives, we not thinking about all that. All we thinking about is we like to make stuff. But when it comes to business, we're like scratching our head. Like,
Right. Right.
I bridge the gap. I'm the bridge to get from there to there. And let's make it
Right.
happen.
And speaking of, again, you just recently did a webinar on pricing, how
Yes,
to
I did.
price your craft. So a lot of
Correct.
people ask about that, how to
Yep.
price your craft
That's on my
correctly.
website. You can
So
actually go to my website and see that replay of that webinar and get all that information. It's on my website under webinars.
awesome, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give it just a few minutes and let folks ask questions if they want to. Is
Okay,
that okay?
sure. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, and definitely head on over to Black Girls Craft. Y'all know how we do. I don't, I'm not that one, where you over here, I'm not going to talk about somebody else's stuff.
Right.
No, that's not how we do it over here.
Right.
Because there's so much that can be done. We don't cricket over here. We don't do
Yeah.
all of that. But I do know, it's enough for everybody and it's all out there. So I want folks to know that you can hop on over to Black Girls Craft. Because like she says, she goes live pretty much every day. So you can get some of those nuggets and tidbits. Y'all see how she do it. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure you're following on the website. But if you have, thank you, Shalita, pricing for profit. Thanks,
Thank you.
Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Miss Creative CEO.com. So if y'all have any questions, y'all better go ahead and shoot and
Yeah, come
let
holler
Karen
at me.
know. Give it to her so she can give it
Mm-hmm.
back right back to you. All right.
Don't give it to me if you can't handle it, cause.
So in the meantime, while we're talking, how is that grandbaby?
Oh, she's so cute. You want to get me to smile until my cheeks hurt? That thing
Girl,
right there, that's my
listen.
boo. She's
I
beautiful.
already know.
You already, you
Yes, I joined the Grandmama Club. So
absolutely, you know exactly what's going on.
all you got to do is say grandbabies, and I'm like,
Yes, and it's a. Is that me? I feel like I hear. Do you hear something?
I heard Buzz in early, but I don't hear it now. All right, so Andrea, oh, okay, Andrea Edwards, she's posting about your webinars on www.misscreativeceo.com/webinars. So yeah, y'all want to get in on it. I'm telling you, and if anybody I can vouch for that I say no that can probably make it work, it's Miss Karen. All right.
Thank
So
you.
so if there's no questions, Karen, I think they probably feel like you've
I
answered
think
just
they
about
might have got
everything.
it
I
just a
think they
little
probably
bit.
ready to jump in. What you think?
Let's go. Let's make it happen. Come on. Come on.
Listen,
Let's go.
I'm ready. It's awesome. I want to say I think I have an event that weekend of the conference, but I'm gonna see if I can shovel some stuff
Let's
around.
shuffle some things around. Go on over there,
Yeah,
get your
'cause
your
y'all look like y'all
thingy.
gonna have too much fun.
Right.
Oh wait, there is one question. Ayana, hey Ayana Blue. Ayana says, "How does your family affect your design inspiration?"
How does my family affect my design inspiration? Very much. Very much. Because, and I'm doing this, and it's going to be weird because I'm hearing our entire conversation behind the time. It's like behind. I don't know what's going
Hmm.
on with my headset, but I'm hearing our whole back conversation in my headset.
Okay.
So let me know if it's a problem. Um, but my family affects my design because first of all my granddaughter affects everything, and I try my best. I put some like, oh, she's gonna look good in that, she's gonna look good in this, and it's really my granddaughter. My son is 28, my daughter is 21, about to be 22, so she doesn't affect a lot,
Wow.
but my granddaughter most definitely. The canopies, she moves me, and that was the whole reason why I started the whole baby thing, is because of her. And so yeah, I would say she affects me a whole lot.
So did you say a 28-year-old daughter?
My son is 28.
Yo, your son's 28.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep, my son is 28. Yes.
Well, I ain't gonna say what they say, but
Yes, honey. Just saying.
wow.
But yeah.
Okay, okay. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's a great question, Ayana. But I knew your answer was gonna be that grandbaby.
Yes, that's sweet pea. That's child. That's the world could stop it can burn down completely around me and I won't know it because I'm just staring at her. Every time I see her, it's almost like she was just born, like I just met her. Like
Wow.
it's for me, that's the way I feel. Like, oh, I just stare at her like that's my granddaughter. Like I don't know. It's a thing. I don't know.
All right, Shalita, behave, girl, behave. See, well, you said it, not me.
Right. Right.
Sonya says,
Shalita a hot mess. Listen, can you imagine what I got to deal with over there at
listen,
BGC
I
every
don't
day,
even
all
want to.
day with that one? But I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't
I
have it
can
no other way.
imagine. I can imagine. Listen, Sonya says, I like to do so many things, bags, workout clothes, etc. I have a problem scaling it down to one thing without losing interest.
You know what? Um, that is something that we all have a problem with as creatives because we pretty much can look at something and say, "Oh, I can do that," and we actually end up liking. There's not too many things that I have tried where I just absolutely do not like making them. And then obviously, the more I make it, the more I'm like, "Oh, I can make money off of this," and so you end up in all of these different businesses. I'm never
Hmm.
going to tell anybody to inhibit themselves or limit their creativity. But you're lost because you don't know what frequency you're turned on into. What you
Hmm.
got to do is figure out who you are in business and how you want to show up in the marketplace. Once you know
Hmm.
how you want to show up in the marketplace and who your target audience is, it will give you more of a clearer view on what products that you should do. You could do multiple products, but do
Hmm.
those products target your ideal client? Who do you want to talk to? And so that's what we end up as creatives. We'll do this and this and this and this and this and this. But then because you might be doing baby carriers and high heel shoes, or even though those could go together, but something completely opposite, then that's the premise of my business. I don't have a baby business. I have a business for women who want to maintain their swag. Like, I'm a
Hmm.
diva. I like being a diva. I like being dressed up. I like being fly. My hair fly, my nails fly, my makeup fly. But then my canopy got elephants on it. That's not me. It's not me. Okay, and it just does. So I need my daughter's carrier, my son's carrier, to reflect me. So that's
Hmm.
how I did that. And so my company is for women who want to maintain their swag. So, but
Hmm.
that's my target audience. So you got to
Gotcha.
know who you're trying to talk to, and then that will help you hone that back in. It doesn't mean
Hmm.
that you won't do something different, but in business, you do have to be kind of clear, and your stuff has to kind of be cohesive for your target market to understand what you're saying. You got to be on the same vibe with them, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna ask you something piggybacking on that, and without you going, because I know you have something for this. I know you have a class or seminar or something, and it's probably part of your what you do. But I know, like piggybacking on her question, many of us have so many different things that we do. Is there like when we talk about frequency, is there like one time is high for, say, like maybe baby carriers, and then the next time it might be high for skirts? How do you mesh and move in between the two frequencies? It's just like, say, for instance, we're going from one state to the next, and then one radio station might not work in this state, but you get a clearer frequency in another state. So it's like that with our gifts and our talents. Sometimes we do a lot of stuff, but one thing might be popping off here 1 minute and it's not here the next. Do you talk about that in your sessions?
I do. I do. Basically, the word that comes to mind is pivot. Pivot.
Mhm.
Now, first of all, you tend to do that when you're not clear on what your purpose or your passion is. We all
Mm.
know that creativity is the overarching passion, but there is
Mhm.
something within creativity that you're most passionate or more passionate about. And what you do is you're going back and forth between frequencies, if you will, because you don't have a clear view of what your purpose is in
Mm.
creativity and how your creativity is going to serve your purpose and your ideas. And so
Mhm.
you're jumping and jumping until you find that one thing. And that's okay, because sometimes you have to go through those motions. That's that
Mhm.
activity, and that point, that static between the two stations, that's what that
Mhm.
is, right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
you'll never find that if you don't stop for a second and really think about what it is you are trying to do. What is it that you
Mhm.
want to do? And it's not
Mhm.
enough to say, I just want to sell my crafts. Well, to who? Like, how are you
Mhm.
going to figure that out? So I do go into showing you how to streamline your thought process, or have all of your thoughts, and see how they can work cohesively together to create a bigger branding picture, so that the client that you really want to attract comes to you because you're talking the language that they understand. If that
That's
makes sense.
awesome. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
All right, so one other question, and this may be our last one because I don't want to
Okay.
keep you. This is from Ayana. What factors do you consider when merchandising?
Now, when we say merchandising, are we talking about live and in living color, or online, or things like that? I'm not sure. Thanks, Shalita. But oh, this, I'm listening to this. You're behind. So basically, what I look at, the factors is, again, who is my ideal client avatar? Who is that? Once I know who that is, then I know how to merchandise. I
Right.
know who they are, what they want, how to talk to them, what language are they speaking. So
Right.
therefore, I know how to brand myself. I know how to market myself. I know where to market myself. I know what my packaging needs to look like. I know the color scheme that is the most attractive to them. I know all of these things about my client. And that's because if that's who you're trying to target, you need to show up in the marketplace like somebody that they are attracted to. The vibe.
Right.
If you're
Right.
not, then you will be merchandising. You're trying to deal with somebody with a black card by giving them something from Walmart, and wonder why
Mm.
nobody's buying anything, because they're not attracted to Walmart. They're not attracted
Gotcha.
to that.
Gotcha.
And likewise, if you want Walmart people, stop trying to talk to people with a what you call them, what's that thing
Mhm.
called, a black card. You can't do that.
Right.
It's two different people, two different
Right.
frequencies. Not saying that one is better than the other, but they have distinct languages.
Right.
You understand? So
That
that's
makes sense.
that's my whole point. Creative CEO. You got to know how to bring bring the business ideas to the creative space to be
Gotcha.
successful, because that's what the big boys do. They spend millions and millions and millions of dollars for market research, testing,
Mhm.
branding. Why? Because they want to talk and know how their customer thinks.
Right.
Period. If you have to, even though you're a small mom and pop, you're at home, that's okay. You still deserve all the stuff that the big boys do. You still can do the exact same things that the big boys do. And that
Right.
will make you more successful in your handmade goods. And so now, when you're trying to figure out, okay, what my next product is, guess what? You're going to look at your target market and say, it's not about what I want to make, it's what they want. A
Mm.
lot of times we just make stuff because I want to make it. That's fine,
Mhm.
but in business, that ain't fine. You got to make it because they want it. Period.
That's good. Well, supply and demand. That's
That's
business
it.
101.
But you won't
Yeah.
know that unless you know the client that you're trying to target.
Right. Right.
So that's where
That
we
is so
get down and
awesome.
dirty in my stuff. That's
Mhm.
how we're going to get down with it. I'm going to get all the way down to the colors that you choose for your branding. How
Wow.
we gonna get down and dirty with it? We not playing games, because we got to stand up and we got to rise up in this whole handcrafted streets game.
Yeah.
We got to.
Well, hey, I'm with it. I am with it. So
Right.
listen, I lied. I do have one question for you,
Okay.
but I will say this, because we'll cut it off here. And if you have more questions for Karen, message her, inbox her, reach out to her at misscreativeceo.com and send her your messages, send her your questions. But what I do want to ask you is this. this is going to be a major event for you, a major launch for you at the conference that's coming up in October. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I mean, I can see you. I can see a picture of you, but where do you see yourself 5 years, maybe 10 years from now?
I see myself on somebody's stage in a big arena. I see a
Mhm.
summit, a major
Mhm.
summit, bringing together all of my companions that I've been on this journey with that are doing something and moving forward. I see
Mhm.
bringing that together. I see having a multi-million dollar um, system that is in the market that everybody knows. I want to be a brand. I want,
Mhm.
you know, Karen. Yeah, you don't even have to have my last name. You know, Karen in the handcrafted arena. Yeah, we know her. We got her system, and I want to be up on the stage with 10, 20, or a whole sea of people that took my course and said,
Mhm.
"Oh, you changed my life. You changed the
Mhm.
trajectory of my business. You helped
Mhm.
me learn how to take my business and be serious about it." And I was able to change my life, my family's life, leave a legacy for my children. And I was able simply through my crafting because I took your course to leave a abusive relationship, and now I'm so much better. I'm able
Mhm.
to drive instead of taking the bus. Or yeah, I want to, that's my legacy, is helping
Mhm.
people and seeing them do that. And then I also see myself on the cover of Essence saying that
Okay,
she's taking
man.
the world by the crafting industry by storm, with
I
her
can
new
see
system.
it.
Yeah, I see
I
that
can
too.
see it. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Look, I can see it.
I can,
Yeah. I mean, literally, that's what I see.
yeah,
Because you talking the language and you got the proof to back it up. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of getting there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I believe that this conference that's coming up, Black Girls Craft Conference, is going to be a big major step for you.
I think so too. And
So
I'm
yeah.
very, very thankful to be in this position. I'm very
Yeah.
humbled and I'm very thankful to Mary because she took a chance on me. You know, I needed her, she needed me at the time, and we didn't really know how this thing was going to play out. And it's become a very beautiful thing, a very beautiful dance we've been doing. And I'm very,
Mhm.
very thankful because she gave me a platform to talk and to realize what I am, who I am, and what I'm
Mhm.
supposed to be doing. So I'm very thankful to her for that.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes.
Well, shout out to all of you because I know there are a lot of So Much Talent members that's part
Yes.
of Black Girls Craft. I know there's
Yes.
some Black Girls Craft over here, crafters over here, but shout out to Black Girls Craft, Shalita, Mary, Karen. I think you do you have one more? Is there another one?
Shalita, Mary, I have, there's 10 people on our team. A couple of them are
Oh
in
wow.
here. Andrea is in here. Danny, Bress,
Mhm.
she's here. She's
Mhm.
on the moderator team. But Shalita,
Mhm. No,
myself, and
Dan.
Mary
Hey,
are the
Danny.
admins. Ayana's
Awesome,
over
awesome.
there. Yeah, so I shout out to all those that are over there and always supported me even from the way back.
Yeah,
Yep.
awesome. Well, Karen, this has been one awesome interview.
Thank
And so I
you.
just thank you for taking the time out to share with us about Black Girls Craft. Always feel
Absolutely.
free to post and share. I mean, you know how we do it over here.
Yep.
And let us know what's up, what's going on. For those that's not over there in Black Girls Craft, I suggest you just like go ahead and go on over
Yeah.
there, check it out, because this is popping over there. It's
Yeah,
popping.
it's popping. It's crazy.
So so I'm sure other things are going to be coming up, and
Yep.
I'd love to have you back.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Anytime,
it.
look, we go way back. You know what's
I
up. Don't
know,
even
I know,
don't even
I
play
know.
it. And I'm gonna pull you over there to Black Girls
Y'all,
Craft and talk about sewing. Don't play with me.
listen, y'all. Look, I got her phone number.
You got my personal number. That's right.
So when she get up on that big stage, I was like, Carrie, you forget the girl, did you?
Yeah, you better come up here backstage. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Y'all heard it here. I'm keeping this video.
That's right. Keep it. Yes.
I'm keeping this video. Well, Karen, do you have any last words? Anything that you want to say before we leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, I just want to tell everybody that's watching, and listen, you could do whatever you want to do. You were given a gift and you were given a talent, and don't sleep on that. It's gold, it's platinum, it's priceless, and nobody else can do what you do. So don't get intimidated by the next person and what they're making and what their talent. That's their gift. You're never going to be them. You can only be you. There's only one of me. Only I can be me. You know what I'm saying? So you do the same thing. You have a gift and talent, and it just takes a little tweaking for you to spark the flame and spark whatever it is in you to make it run. But don't give up. Know that it's possible. Do not give up and keep it moving. And here's another thing. Real talk. Do not be cheap on education. I know Ayana's in here. She's done the website classes. You have classes, Alethea, and I'm sure other people in your group have classes. Don't be cheap. Go ahead and invest in yourself. You want other people to invest in you. You want people to buy your product, but you got to invest in yourself. People are not going to invest in you. Do something that you won't even do. You know, so understand that you got to invest in yourself to level up. You can't bootstrap everything your entire life. Go ahead and do it, because the information that you get in that small amount of time will save you 5 years of a learning curve. Go ahead and support the people that know what they're doing, so you can support yourself and you can level yourself up and take your stuff out the back room and take it to the bank. Okay?
Amen.
I'm
That's
just
awesome.
saying.
Well, Karen, I hate to even push that finish button. My
No.
goodness. I'm
Make
like,
sure you save this when you do it, because I would love to have a copy of this, and I want to take it and I want to put it in Black Girls Craft.
okay, well, I'll make sure you get a copy, but I do thank you for your time.
I
Sandy
thank you for
says,
yours.
hey,
And
Lizzie,
everybody else
hate I
out
was
there,
late.
thank you.
Hey, it was great. It's a great interview. For those of you that are just coming in, please do. I'm going to save it, so y'all make sure y'all play it back. And but reach out to Karen. Tell us again one last time where we can find you.
You can find me at MsCreativeCEO.com. MsCreativeCEO.com. You can find me there on Instagram and on Facebook. And also Nikai Designs, my design element arm.
Awesome, awesome. And again,
Okay?
if you already in Black Girls Craft, you already know how she
You
do.
already
Y'all can
know,
see
at least
almost
you
every
should.
day.
If you don't, it's all right. I'm
All
loud
right,
enough.
Karen,
So
I love you to
I
life.
love you
When I see
too.
you again, you know it's hey girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
All right, well, you have a good night. Ladies,
You
thank
too,
y'all
my
so much
love.
for joining in, and we will come back maybe next week with somebody brand new. All right, talk to you
Okay.
later. All right,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye-bye.